Every fight to make after UFC 315, but first let's go over how good that card was, because obviously we had the women's fights. They were dull as fuck, always are, ruins every card, ruins the momentum of every single card, ruins the vibe of every single card, they always do. But let's go over like the actual fight, because we had like 5 finishes, 6 finishes, I can't remember off the top of my head, a couple decisions, but a lot of decisions were like really fucking good decisions. We also had the Aldo fight, which I'll get into that when I get into that. But yeah, it was a good card overall. But yeah, we'll get into like a little recap of every fight too while we're here. And yeah, let's get straight into it. The winner of the main event, Jack Della Maddalena, should be fighting Islam Makhachev. And as well as that, just saying, he has one of the best performances in his career. I'm glad he's the champion. I'm sick of people shitting on Jack Della Maddalena because, what, he's fun. How dare you be fun? We want to watch fucking laying in top position and failing end his takedowns like a Marab and Bilal and fucking anyone else. I don't know what it is with hating on fun fighters, but it seems to be a trend now. You know, fighters that are actually good for the sport. No, let's not have that. Let's not have that. But yeah, Jack Della Maddalena should be fighting Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev's on a fucking run. He's almost the GOAT. Jack Della Maddalena's just won his belt. He's very young. I think Makhachev's pretty young. He's like 33. Yeah. So yeah, he's like mid prime, you know. But Jack Della isn't even in his prime, so that's wild. But Jack Della looked really good. His fucking switch downs, his angles he was creating, his body shot, up head body. It was fucking amazing work. Showed great takedown defense against a roid monster and Bilal. I'm not going to shit on Bilal too much. We'll get to Bilal when we get to Bilal. But yeah, he was so fucking good. He was genuinely good. And Islam Makhachev, I don't think you beat him. I think you should stay down at 155 because I think Jack Della Maddalena would... He might actually knock him out, you know. Islam Makhachev is very chinny. Very chinny. He's had moments where he's been like a little bit rocked or stuff. Like even by 145 in Volk, who's not known for his power. You know. And it's like... Yeah. And as well, can we just talk about this? Bilal Muhammad did not win 2 rounds. At best, at a push, at a very much push, he won 1 round. He won 1 round, and I think that was the 3rd or 4th. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was either. I think it was the 3rd. At a push, I had it 5-0, 5-0, which showed you that the judges were definitely much wanting the Ilya Makhachev fight, but. I don't know how people are scoring that. People are going to cope about this decision. The Makhachev fans are very fucking happy that they don't want to fight Ilya, but I don't think that's like... I don't think Jack Della Maddalena is an easier matchup than Ilya. I think he's a harder matchup. But yeah, I'm actually excited for this fight, and I think Jack Della Maddalena is going to fucking batter Makhachev. I don't believe Makhachev is as good as a striker as everyone thinks. Like, I was looking for, like... a lot of his fights. His striking's good, but he misses out on a lot of the fundamentals. Like, don't cross your feet when you're rocked. Don't also fucking cross your feet. Sometimes his head pops up at times. He's very slow, very ploddy. I just think like someone like a Jack Della Maddalena will just pop his jab out there and just start piecing the bastard up. But yeah, really good performance. Got fight of the night. Deserves the fight of the night. He's the champion. How bad is Leon Edwards? No, I'll be fair, the Leon Edwards fight was really close between Bilal and Leon Edwards. It was pretty fucking close. Rewatch it. But yeah, super close fight. I'm not a super close fight. Really fucking good fight. If you haven't watched it, wait till Tuesday, get on Fight Pass and watch it. It was fucking amazing. But now let's get on to the winner of the co-main event. This is Shevchenko and Weili. It should happen. 2 of the best women's fighters. Weili's probably the only women's fighter that I actually enjoy watching because she's that good technically, and I've realised I spelt her name wrong. I think I have, yeah. How smart of me. But yeah, Weili's probably going to move up and batter her if the UFC's smart. Obviously recently they like to do retarded shit, but yeah, Shevchenko had a pretty good performance over Manon Fiorot, to be fair, but it was a very close fight. She could have lost it. It was very close. It wasn't a war, it was boring, it was dull. They always are dull and boring. Weili genuinely has great performances. Like the Tatiana Suarez fight was very fucking good. The one at 300 was a good fight, but It was just overthrown by the fights before and after. It was just there. But yeah, Weili should fight Shevchenko. She would beat Shevchenko, I think, and I think it would be like, if I had to put percentages on it, 70-30. Weili's that much better, I think, personally, in my own opinion. But yeah, moving on to the feature fight, the winner of the feature fight. Zahabi, fuck, Aldo. I'm going to talk about Aldo later on, but Zahabi had a very close fight with Jose Aldo. You know what? I think he got the decision, The second round was close, so I scored it 1-1 going into the third. Aldo needed the round. He almost finished him in the third round. Technically, that should win him the fight, but then Zahabi, I don't know what happened. Aldo just laid on the floor. He gasped, looked at the clock, laid on the floor, and Zahabi just battered him on the floor and cut him open. I don't know what that was for. He kind of quit. I'm going to say he kind of quit. But Zahabi should fight Phillips next, I think. Or Cejudo. Either of the two. It should have been Aldo versus Cejudo. But hey-ho. Yeah. This is the fight that should be made next. I don't know what you really want me to say. The next fight on the card was Silva. Should have a very dull fight against, what's the fucking name? Grasso. The worst probably former champion in history. In between men and women's. Yeah, oh wait, hang on. Carla Esparza exists, fuck. But yeah. Silva should fight the winner of Blanchfield versus Barber. Yeah, this makes Blanchfield's loss to Manon Fiorot so bad. Yeah, I think Silva would win this. She had a good performance, yeah. It was a clear 29-27. It was, yeah, she schooled her. Grasso was shit. I hate the Sims who are like hype her up like she's like the best fighter in the world and like a 10 out of 10 model. She's not. Moving on. Oh, Benoit Saint-Denis had a great performance, but over some fucking random Canadian they found on the regional scene. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Saint-Denis because I want to see him improve because he's one of the funnest fighters in the division, but he is genuinely just... He just doesn't make improvements. I've not seen improvement between the Dustin Poirier fight and this one. He just does the same thing, takes damage, gets punched in the head, proceeds to fucking love it. He loves it. He loves being fucking in his head. He just loves it. Like, anyone with pop and power would beat him, I think. And yeah. And you know what? Joel Alvarez, yeah? You probably could have beaten him with a broken hand. But yeah, Joel Alvarez is the fight to make. Yeah. Joel Alvarez is really fucking good. Saint-Denis versus Joel Alvarez. Rebook it. Make it as quick as possible. Benoit Saint-Denis took damage, but it wasn't like bad damage. Like, give him 2 weeks, he'll be back in the cage. Back in training camp even. But yeah. Alvarez. That's a fight to make next. Right, getting on to losers now. So the loser of the main event, Belal Muhammad, will be fighting Ian Gary. Because Ian Gary should not be allowed next to a fucking belt. He should never fight for a belt. He should go up to one... he should beat everyone in the division first, other than the champion. And then he should go up to 185, beat everyone in the division. Then fight Hamzat. And then, next year Hamzat's the champion. He should not even be fighting for a belt. He should be unqualified for the belt. For being a cook. You know what I mean? And then... Hamzat mauls him. You know what I mean? I don't know what that was about. Belal Muhammad show he's really fucking tough. Absolute fucking warrior. You know what I mean? But like... Which is wild because it's Belal. But like... Belal Muhammad, very tough, but we knew he was shit. And Jack Della Madeleine showed he was shit. And he just beat Leon Edwards. He was probably Leon Edwards' worst style matchup, probably. I think even like a Colby Covington in his prime would beat a Leon Edwards. An Usman that doesn't slip left, gets kicked and doesn't get kicked in the head, would probably beat him. I wouldn't mind that in a fucking 4 fight. Maybe Usman will be able to make it 2-2. Yeah, I don't know. Leon Edwards, pretty shit. Belal, pretty shit, but at least he's tough. At least he's got that thing. Like, he has his lip cut. Still fighting, still coming forward, still trying to win. We didn't see that from fucking Leon Edwards. And yeah, I can imagine Leon Edwards is probably going to make some tweets, probably. I don't blame them, I would too. If someone's shitting on me and then they lose a fight, then I'm absolutely going at them. But yeah, Ian Gary as well, you know, he just hangs around the PI, you know, that type of shit. The fucking fighters giving M&Ms out, just trying to be a fucking... He's just a weirdo, man. I fucking hate this guy. I want to see him fucking knocked out. And I try to stay unbiased in my Prates one. I really try to stay unbiased. I chose Prates to win because I genuinely thought he would catch him, but... We found out Prates is fucking terrible, doesn't want to win whatsoever. He just wants to stand and look cool instead of actually killing people, you know. But yeah, Gary's fucking gonna probably beat Bilal, which is fucking terrible. But yeah, Jack Della Maddalena beats everyone. No one beats Jack Della Maddalena. Nobody does. But yeah, we're gonna have to move on to the next fight, which is the core-main event, which is Manon Fiorot, and she should fight Grasso. Grasso's terrible. Fiorot at least has the excuse that she was terrible because she broke her nose in the first round, and then she was like, I couldn't really see properly or anything like that. Yeah, at least she has that sort of thing about her. What does Grasso have? She's just shit at the sport. I don't know how she has even wins in the UFC. She generally looks like an amateur. And I know Natalia Silva was just being dull and boring and shit and all that type of stuff, but like, still, you're still shit, Grasso. You're still terrible. Terrible. But yeah, both fights were terrible, dull, boring. They should put this on the super early prelims. It literally takes place in the middle of the night. Well, it's already in the night for us Brits, but like, you know what I mean? In US time. Put it in the middle of the night, fucking 4 a.m. No one will watch it. I will not be watching it. I'll be watching, you know, Jack Della Maddalena piece up Islam Makhachev like a true Chad does, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, and now it's time to go on to our... You know what? Do I just go straight to the... No, I'm going to go on to Jose. Jose, what the fuck was that at the end? You pretty much beat him there and then. All you had to do was stick on your jab and you've win the fight. But no, you decided to lay on the floor. I love Jose Aldo, don't get me wrong. He's my favourite fighter. He's probably still the GOAT of featherweight with just how much volume he has and title wins. What the fuck was that? Genuinely, what the fuck was that? He straight up decided, look at the bell, 3 minutes left. Fuck this. Flopped on the floor. What was that? Come on, all you had to do was just jab, move, jab, move, jab, move, and then you win the rest of the fight. It's not like Zahabi was piecing you up and absolutely dominating your ass. That never happened. It never happened. He fucked it up for himself, to be honest. You know, people saying Aldo got robbed. You can argue it. I still think Zahabi probably won. But fuck me, man. I like Aldo, but what the fuck was that? Just shoot a takedown. Don't get it, flop on my ass and do nothing. That was annoying. That was very annoying. I saw it and I was like, they should give it to Aldo, but realistically, they're going to give it to their guy, the Canadian, you know, the soy Canadians. But Zahabi kind of impressed me because he did look better. He did look a lot better, but I just think Aldo's better than him every single way. He probably would have beat Aljo back in the day when he was champ. He probably would struggle against O'Malley because of the range. He would probably beat Merab. He'd probably beat Merab. Come on, like, that's how pissed off I am. He probably beat Merab. He could probably make it to a title shot. Like, if he beat this fight, UFC would hopefully give him a top 5 opponent after the shit he's been through. Then give him fucking, like, Umar in Abu Dhabi, right? You can piece up him because I don't think Umar's that good. Umar's even that good, right? Well, he is good, but he's not like... I think he needs a couple of years to be a championship level fighter. But he could have beaten him, then moved on to fucking Merab, and then he would have probably beaten Merab. He could probably finish Merab with one of them knees he gets on like Chad Mendes and that earlier in his career. Like, I don't understand what Aldo was trying to do. He was much more aggressive. He gassed out. He probably has the worst cardio in UFC history. You know, like, I don't get I'm baffled. I'm baffled. I don't know if you can tell if I'm baffled, but I'm baffled. Like, after this fight, like, I was, like, pissed, but it was like, I'm not pissed with Zahabi. Zahabi did well. He showed improvement. Aldo just quit. You know what I'm saying? He quit. He did quit. He definitely quit. I don't know what that was even about. Aldo just decided, shoot takedown, didn't get it, right, on my ass, you just take guard, I've won the round. Do you not think that any sort of fighter with a fucking brain cell is going to elbow you, punch you in their guard? They're not... What was that even? Oh. It was pathetic. It was really pathetic, that third round. First round, beat the shit out of him. Third round, almost finished him. Second round was pretty slow. He had to slow it down quite a bit. But he's had the better moments in that round. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was the weight cut. I don't know what else it was. But he retires. He's still one of the best. I'm probably going to have to remove him out of my top 5 of all time now. I might make a video on that. Comment if you want me to make me a video on that. But, yeah, I still don't understand what Aldo is trying to do. Like, he genuinely... He just, like, rewatch it, he flopped. Decided, no, I don't want to win. You come and finish me. That's what it looked like to me, and he almost got finished himself. And then I guess you got to go to effective aggressiveness, that's pretty equal, and then you go to control time. Zahabi got the control time, therefore Zahabi wins the fight. Unfortunately. But, yeah. Yeah. And I honestly think Aldo, if he went up to a featherweight too, he would have a decent chance against some of the guys, like... Off the top of my head, Makhachev would beat him. He might struggle with the range. And Arnold Allen, he might struggle with him, but I think he'd win. And I love Arnold Allen too, so that's no bias because he's English. And Aljamain Sterling, he'd beat him easy. He'd beat what's his name, Movizar, pretty easy too. Diego Lopez, he'd probably lose to. Yair Rodriguez, I think that would be a great fight. I even think, don't get me wrong, I think Volk in a rematch he could do well against. Ilya would KO him easy. I don't even think it would be hard. Like, Aldo seems to lunge over his shorts, but Ilya's no longer a 145 pounder. I forgot about that. But yeah, I don't know what Aldo's game plan was there. But yeah, we're gonna move on to the next fight, which was the Kyle dude. They just found him, was like, hey, you brother, you want to come inside and fight this guy? Don't worry, he's on a 2-fight losing streak. You just come inside and lose this guy for us, please. Yeah, thank you. But yeah, I think you should fight Brenner. He lost. He had no good moments. He had no moments of note. Elvis Brenner, he's on a 3-fight losing streak, I think. I looked on Tapology and he's on a 3-fight losing streak. So you've got Kyle, who's 3-0 in UFC. Just now and then he'll just get a UFC fight and just be like, yeah, I'm fighting here, there, and the other way. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what you want me to say about this fight. It was pretty. Santana was really good, and Kyle pretty shit. So put him against Alves, and let's just see who wins. Alves even, and then just see who wins, and then the winner can have a UFC contract and stay in UFC, and then the loser can fucking fuck off back to the regionals. But yeah. I don't know what to say, to be honest. But that's the end of the video. Comment who you think these guys should fight. I think this is pretty obvious on who these people should fight. But yeah. I don't know what I'm really going to say, you know. But yeah, like, subscribe, I'll try and get the prediction video out for the next card within the next 3 days.